Good morning, afternoon, day, and night, and welcome to yet another episode of the Loaded Podcast. I'm your host for this week, John, and I'm joined again by my fellow podcast hosts. Podcast host number one, Axel.
How you doing?
And the random guy we found off the street, Ivan.
Yep. I do meth.
Real and true.
Real and true. Also, I didn't know we were the Loaded Podcast.
I said loaded potato.
No, I just heard Loaded Podcast.
Yeah, I had the Loaded
Loaded
Podcast.
with what, John?
Did I say the loaded? Shit, my bad.
we're loaded with what? We're loaded with shit or something. Meth.
That's what we are.
Actually, right now I'm loaded with calzones.
I'm loaded with stress.
It'd be like that.
I swear I said potato. Now I'm doubting myself.
Yeah, let's gaslight John. Gaslight.
Crazy. Anyway, how was your guys' day and week?
Oh yeah, it's certainly been totally a week.
Yep.
It's been so long that I forgot that it's been a week.
Yeah,
You know, it's been a week.
I'm sure I had an okay week.
I'm sure we're not missing any current event after the week that we are totally lived through. Well, it would be funny if some actual
the apocalypse
prime minister or president or the actual rapture happens. and we just don't even acknowledge it for this one. That'd be funny.
Oh, that's funny. Well, how would we acknowledge the rapture if...
Well, John, I'm glad you asked because it seems like we didn't we didn't ascend from the first rapture. So, I mean, if there's this, I'm sure we'll be around for the second.
We would still be posting a podcast on it for sure.
Yep.
Be like, well, guys, I didn't make it.
We didn't get picked on the baseball team, basketball team, any sports team.
Story of my fucking life.
Yeah.
We took the crippled kid over you. Damn it.
Every time. But so I think there's at least for me, I got a decent bit. I'm just going to start us off with this one topic just because I just wanted to throw this out there because I just find this funny. So, because John, you're from Michigan. And I don't know if you took a look at the current bill that's being proposed in Michigan, and I want to ask you why. Why'd you do this, John?
What makes you think I'm from Michigan? No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I haven't looked into it at all. And I don't even know what bill you're talking about. So
I'm glad you asked. So of course, everyone who knows me, or I guess even if someone watches this podcast, knows that I'm a schizo tech maniac. Tech schizo fucking, I would become the next Edward Snowden if I had the chance. So I care about privacy, security. Michigan, the state of Michigan, has proposed a law that basically says, okay, so I'm just gonna read the title. So it says, the Michigan bill is the danger for the political discourse. Proton slams verification laws, turning VPNs into liability. And so basically, Michigan is proposing a law that will be able to prosecute citizens for basically using a VPN to circumvent their age verification laws.
Wild.
Meaning you can go to jail and get fined a lot of money, which, hold on, so double checking, fines for non-compliance are expected to be as high as $500,000.
Yeah, I'm seeing the article now. A new bill aims to ban both adult content online and VPN use.
Yeah, so I can't say much about Georgia. We're not that better. I think a couple months ago, Georgia has already passed a bill. It's already a thing now of you have to age verify yourself for sites or for what they deem to be like adult content or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And
Once again,
so but
very
Michigan,
slippery
I
slope.
guess. Yeah, exactly. And for Michigan, I don't know. I probably should have read more about this thing. Okay, actually, no. Reading up, so they don't have age verification laws right now.
Wait, no. So according
Oh wait,
to
no,
this,
they do.
So it says the bill called the Anti-Corruption of Public Morals Act and advanced by 6 Republican representatives would ban any wide variety of adult content online ranging from ASMR and adult manga to AI content of any depiction of transgender people. It also seeks to ban all use of VPNs foreign or to U.S. produce. So I don't think it's so the VPNs thing is stupid. The VPN thing is really stupid. But I feel like that's the only way that they would be able to circumnavigate the people who are still using those particular products. But it looks like the entire purpose of it is to get away from the corruption of youth regarding the transgender propaganda. From what this is saying, it sounds like. Because everywhere that I'm looking is not talking about specifically the like complete adult content. It's exclusively dictating and reporting any portrayal or description of transgender people, and that's per.
I mean,
multiple news
they
articles.
may say
even
that.
then, that's
Politicians
just an
may
excuse.
say that.
Yeah, that's literally
that's
just
just an excuse.
That is just an excuse for them just to censor and have more control over what you can and cannot do.
Yeah,
right.
But I just find it wild that they're going after people who use a VPN to just get out of the stupid law.
Bro, they think anime, like any general anime in general, is requiring you need to show your ID to watch this. Just like general run-of-the-mill anime. Like that's requiring you to tell this provider, hey, I am of age to watch this. Like, that's insane. It's like,
that's crazy.
So yeah, I'm the biggest AI, or not AI. I'm the biggest anime hater, and even I think that's a bit far.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
Sorry,
I definitely agree. And let's be completely honest. I will go on record for this and report that Michigan definitely sucks when it comes to their litigation and their due processes with everything and anything. Their child support process is stupid. Their the COVID thing was an absolute mess because of Detroit. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but during COVID, the governor of Michigan was actually shipping out and putting people who were diagnosed with COVID, like anywhere between the ages of 20 to like 60. We're taking people who were positively diagnosed with COVID and putting them in quarantined areas in long-term nursing facilities. Did you guys hear about that? Yeah,
No.
So the demographic that was supposed to be the most cautious and you were supposed to take the most caution around, especially if you had any form of symptom, was anybody over the age of like 60. But that governor at the time, the governor at the moment, I don't know if she's still governor, fucking dumbass, just thought it was a smart idea to start bus loading all these positive diagnosed people into these nursing facilities. That's why Michigan, I don't know if you saw those numbers, Michigan had one of the highest death tolls between the ages of like 92 and like 68 for COVID. And then when they would get shipped off to the hospital for either long COVID or some form of pneumonia or any type of ailment, if they tested positive for COVID, the cause of death was not what they were supposed to be listed. Like, say a 96-year-old goes into the hospital for pneumonia, right? They get pneumonia, they go in the hospital, and they die from it. If they test the body for COVID and it comes back positive, they don't list pneumonia as the cause of death. They listed the coronavirus and COVID as the cause of death because the state and the federal government at that particular time was reimbursing hospitals and facilities for every COVID case that was actually there. So hospitals were making so much money off of COVID. Like the big pharmaceutical companies and big federal-based hospitals and state-based hospitals that get funding received so much money because of COVID.
Here's the thing. Why are they getting money if someone dies in a hospital? Why are they incentivizing people dying?
So it's an incentivization because, well, one, it's fear mongering, and this is my opinion.
Yep.
But one, it was a resource pull. So because we were in a state of emergency during the pandemic, so any type of emergency-based relief, which were hospitals in this particular instance, got federal-based funding based on the risk value that they had. Like, for instance, I know multiple people who were traveling nurses and traveling CNAs and traveling MAs that made hundreds of thousands of dollars working through the COVID era because they were bouncing from hospital to hospital, working in these like major aspects in these major these like hubs of COVID, and they were making hand over fist worth of money.
Yeah,
like
I remember hearing stuff about.
Monies.
I was hearing a lot about like traveling nurses and stuff making a shit ton of money during COVID.
Yeah, like it's crazy on how much money they actually made. I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you look at the statistics that define, so there are privately owned hospitals, and then there's grant and state funded hospitals and county funded hospitals. None of those hospitals went out of business, the ones that had the government funding and stuff. Any hospital that was smaller that didn't receive any grants or any type of funding, usually more often than not were the ones that were closing down or being bought out by bigger hospitals. If you look, a perfect example is my hometown. There was my hometown hospital was a county hospital and was bought out by a big corporation hospital called ProMedica. ProMedica bought them out for ridiculous amounts of money and pumped so much money into it because of COVID. The whole reason why they were able to buy it was because of COVID. So big pharma companies are actually purchasing and buying, selling hospitals now because of the money, or they were at least during COVID. So this was something that was a really big thing in our life. Sorry, can you guys hear that?
I mean, not really.
Nope.
Okay, good. Sorry, there's a dude with a straight up excavator right next to my window.
That's funny. Well, the beauty of audio EQ is the beauty of our audio EQ is we can probably not even hear it in the audio.
That's crazy. Anyway, sorry for the segue. But yeah, you guys didn't know anything about that, about hospitals receiving so much money from the different things about...
No, if anything, I remember hearing stories about like hospitals. Well, I guess understaffing is different than getting a lot of money, but I heard like a lot of places were like severely understaffed or whatever.
Yeah, places were severely understaffed and were really... And here's the crazy part. I worked the entire time in healthcare during COVID, and I moved across the country twice during COVID. And I did all of that without getting the vaccine.
The jab.
Yeah, which is quite a feat, in my opinion, because of all the different regulations and rules. And I knew the lingo and the workarounds just enough to be able to get me from place to place without having to get the vaccine.
I assume being in healthcare or whatever, like you can have more leeway with it.
Nope. Actually,
because they needed people like you.
No, I actually lost. I actually got fired from my long-term nursing facility position because I refused to get the jab.
Yep. Interesting.
Yeah. Michigan was crazy. Michigan was really crazy when it came to the whole COVID thing. Like, it was unreal. I was actually, I don't want to say I was arrested, but I was definitely detained. I was in handcuffs in the back of a cop car because I had forgotten my mask when I went to one of the local grocery stores. I knew the owner. There was no one in the facility. It was late at night, and I was literally just running in to grab some ingredients to make some dinner that night. I was literally walked there, and I forgot my mask, and I walked in, and this also was a little bit of a kind of a fun thing I used to do, just kind of fuck with people. But I walk in, a manager walks up to me that I did not know or recognize, screaming at me, "You need to put a mask on, I was with my brother. "You need to put a mask on, you need to put a mask on," and stuff like that. And then it's like, no, I'm like, I literally need that thing right there. And I pointed right to the shelf and I pointed to the counter. I'm like, I literally just need that right there. Plus I have a medical exemption. Like, I'm not going to wear, I don't need to wear a mask right now. I just need that one thing and I don't have one. And she's like, well, what's your medical condition? I said, I have avnophobia. For those of you who don't know, avnophobia is the fear of turning into a sheep.
Nice. Nice.
That is nice.
So, and she threw a fit and she's like, I'm calling the cops and all this different stuff. And I'm like, lady, you're just being fucking crazy, but whatever. I'm just going to go down the road and go to some other store. And my brother, being the antagonist that he is, goes, call the fucking cops. We don't care. And it's like, what are you doing? I was literally moving to Alaska like in 4 days at this point. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And the cops show up and the lady he comes out and talks to us. And we're like, well, we have medical exemptions for the mask, just kind of still leaning into it. But we just need that one thing and all this different stuff. And as we're talking to the cop, this psycho bitch comes running out. And she's like, he spit on me. He was yelling this. He was yelling racial slurs and they were disruptive and angry and throwing things and trespassing and all this different stuff. And she's just the manager. And because she owns the facility or she was the manager of the facility in that moment, the cop detained us and threw us in the back of the car. And then finally the owner of the small shop comes over and he's like, what the fuck is going on? The lady ended up losing her job and actually had charges pressed against her for falsifying information during an investigation, which was funny.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Fuck that bitch. And because they reviewed the security tapes and they looked at everything and saw that we didn't even step into the store. Like we were just in the main, like the first set of double doors, and she stopped us before we got into the second one. And there's a camera right there. And she's screaming at us and stuff. And we're like, okay, we'll wait outside. Our hands are up type thing. I'm pointing. And yeah, no, that was crazy. Michigan was nuts funny. During COVID. It was really, really crazy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Oh, but I guess going back to the thing, why, John?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. You're banning VPNs.
Sorry. Gotta watch your porn somewhere else.
Just leave the state. Like, no.
Go back to magazines.
I'll watch my non-lewd anime through my government official sanctioned fucking.
Your government approved like
fucking
content.
Anime. Dude, that's insane. That's is genuinely insane.
Well, I mean, what was that again? That was in Texas, yeah?
Yeah. Texas banned anime. It was wild.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm saying they're wrong, but I'm also not agreeing, but I understand.
They're the bearers of what is
it's a necessary
deemed,
evil.
What is it called again? The bearer of what's deemed appropriate and inappropriate now?
The judges or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
The deciders.
It's wild.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Michigan is it's very, very left-leaning. Very left-leaning. And it's a shame.
Yeah, I think it was, they were like I think it was Pennsylvania, never mind. But they were one of the few states that like kind of basically gave Trump the office. I think I remember when we were on the night. It was like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and one other state. But Michigan took like a couple days, I think, to count their votes. Or it took a while. But I think they voted for Trump this year, or
they did
last year,
they did,
or whatever.
Actually,
yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure they did. Huh?
Yeah, they did. What's crazy about that is, so my dad. So in Michigan, I don't know if it's the way that it's done in all the other states, but Alaska it's a little bit different because there's no townships. But in Michigan, you would go to your town hall, your township hall, which was just right down the way. And it was real small, only like 2 people working. At most, you'd have like 10 people in there voting at the same time. But my dad was watching the political thing on TV. This was a while ago. I think this was I don't know if it was the first Obama election or if it was the second one. But he went in to when they casted the state to who it was Obama, it was the Democrat at that time. When they gave the state and said all the votes had been counted, my dad went to the township hall just to help kind of clean up and get things situated, and they were still counting votes in that town hall. They were still counting votes, and on the TV, they had casted that the state had already been won, and that all the votes in Michigan had been counted, and they were still counting the votes in the township that my dad was in, that my parents live in.
That's funny.
And ever since that day, my dad's like, I've never voted ever in an electoral thing ever. No national election I will ever vote in again, because my vote doesn't mean anything. Because the one time or the handful of times he's voted, they've never counted his vote officially. So he's just completely stopped. He'll still vote in like localized stuff that is important specifically to the town and to the township, but he won't do any national votes anymore. He won't. They just yeah.
I mean that would suck, but I think in terms of like the national stuff, it's the Associated Press, the AP. They can call a vote before everything is done when they're. I think their criteria is like they're extremely confident that it is just one-sided and is just going to one candidate.
Yeah.
They've done it to most of the states. Like, I mean, Nevada is, I think, notorious for taking like a month to finish counting or whatever, but usually the same night or whatever, the AP will call Nevada and be like, okay, actually all the votes seem to be going towards like this candidate, so we're just going to call it and say that this candidate won that state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was, yeah, anyway.
Well, I guess to segue into a better news, and one of my biggest news for today is that TikTok, I believe, is actually getting sold to the US.
Huh?
Yeah, it's actually happening.
Why would they ever do that?
Well, because like Trump is like, we don't want TikTok. Like, we'll ban TikTok. I think he's saying that TikTok is not going to be allowed on the U.S. market unless it's owned by an American company. Because they're just like, why have the Chinese collect all this data on, Americans when the U.S. government can collect the data on Americans instead? So yeah. they want a piece of that pie.
I was about to say, like, TikTok, that would have been the stupidest thing ever, but they already have their own version of TikTok, which I forgot what it was called. Is it Billy? No, Billy is YouTube.
No.
Fuck, what was their TikTok then?
No, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it was, but I do know what you're talking about. Actually, it's in my photo. I think that's the fucking Chinese name. I don't know how to say it, but it's that, I think. But yeah, so on the article that I put down in the sheet, I just thought this was hilarious because TikTok is supposed to be the biggest social media right now, like in the world, is like the biggest social media, that everyone's on it. Everyone's saying it's like the most influential social media. And then we get an estimate on how much is being sold. It's only being sold for $14 billion. Like,
that's it.
Don't get me wrong. $14 billion is a lot of money, but for like the most influential social media in the world, dude, that thing is not even worth that much more than Star Wars. Just saying. Like, Star Wars was bought for like, I think like $8 billion, or it could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a big organization that bought out one of the biggest electronic medical record system for $10 billion. Yeah, and that has, in my opinion, much more importance than a fucking TikTok. But that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, but I just find it so funny that like now that a sale is approved or whatever, and like because I thought TikTok is supposed to be worth so much more. Just to put it in perspective, EA, by the way, is also reported to be acquired by a different company, and it's worth nearly $50 billion. So I don't think EA is as influential as TikTok is, but yet it's worth like nearly 5 times as much. So that's a strike to the ego of TikTok people. That their social media is just worthless, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to bring that up because it's hilarious. And I think it's actually being sold because I think in the beginning of this year, back when Trump first became in office, like within the first 30, 60 days or whatever, TikTok almost was completely banned in the US before they overturned it. So now it's yeah. So I think now it's actually officially going to happen.
Nice. Is it going to be a private entity that purchases it? Is it going to be the government that purchases it, or do you think Mr. Beast is actually going to purchase it like he's been the rumors have been?
I mean, Mr. Beast is rich, but he's not $14 billion rich.
I know. I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, he ain't that rich. But reading up on the thing, I think I could be getting this wrong. But I believe there's 4 different companies that are basically going to buy the majority stake in TikTok. I know it's going to be Oracle. I know Oracle is one of them. But they're going to try to get the majority stake of TikTok, and basically, take over the company that way. But yeah, so breaking news, TikTok is actually worthless.
Yep.
So crazy. In other words, the sky is blue.
Yeah, I don't like TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah.
I mean, I don't like TikTok at all. I do think that, as much as I hate TikTok, I don't think it should be forced into being sold, or it's going to be banned. I think that's a huge government overreach or whatever.
Yeah, just like how the state of Texas can't tell that anime is illegal now. I don't think the U.S. government should tell its citizens whether or who can spy on them.
Should ban my anime.
I'm still upset about that. That's fucking wild.
Well, I guess just don't go to Texas. Oh, but yeah, no, they shouldn't be banning that kind of shit. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So now Uncle Sam is going to take over the data.
Yeah. In other governmental news, I think I literally just told you guys a couple of minutes ago, but ICE used a Pokemon theme song for one of their promotional videos, and Nintendo has indeed struck them down because of it.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's okay, Nintendo. Get off everyone. Get fuck off with it. It's funny.
It's kind of wild. I mean, it's a classic Nintendo. Literally, anyone uses anything from Nintendo, they'll sue the shit out of you. And a lot of people on Twitter were hoping it's the Kratos meme is Zeus, do this and my life is yours. And they're like, Nintendo, sue the U.S. government and my life is yours. It was really funny.
I find it funny. Everyone's like, fuck Nintendo suing everyone, but the moment the government does something, like, okay, you
Nintendo,
get this one pass.
Sue them with all your might.
Yo, the U.S. government has the chance to do something really funny.
I mean, to be fair, I think Nintendo would win regardless because of how much fucking money they have.
Yeah.
No. I was gonna say the U.S. government has can do something really funny. Ban Nintendo unless they're bought by an American company.
That would be wild.
They can do something really funny right now. Just ban Nintendo. I'd be okay with this.
I mean, at this point, I'm also okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm sick of Nintendo.
But hey, I will give kudos to Nintendo. At least they're consistent. Not they don't even care, even if the government is doing it. They will still strike them down. So I'll give them the kudos to that. But still, fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah, That's funny. Yeah, they are equal opportunist beater uppers.
Yeah.
But what was it? Dude, I don't know what it is, but the government ads have been next level awesome since Trump's been back in office.
I mean,
are
they
the
awesome
ice
or are
one's
they
funny.
cringe?
No, the one was a dude. He was a big dude. He was an army guy. The entire mantra for the entire clip, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, was him. It was just a big dude with basketball shorts and an army shirt on. Just walked up to this bar, this deadlift bar that had like 700 pounds on it. He rips it off the ground like it's nothing and sets it down, sits down on the bar, and he goes, "Strong people are harder to kill. Go Army." And that was it. That was the entire program. That was the entire commercial.
That's amazing. Oh, okay, speaking of military ads, I thought this was fucking hilarious. They're like, when we're about to like get into a war, when the military ads stop trying to be inclusive and like they just go back to the straight white men and trying to like make it look dope instead of like having some kind of like, stupid DEI like ad.
Like what it was when we were when Biden was in office, was that anime, "I have two moms." And it was that animated army ads. You guys ever watch that one?
Yeah, I saw that one. But
awful.
yeah, I thought that was funny. Just like, when the U.S. government's about to do something like with their military, the moment they start advertising to just like, actual straight white men or whatever, or just men in general instead of trying to be inclusive, get the actual people who are going to be good soldiers. But I just thought that was funny too.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to kill. I need to see this. Do you have the video? I kind of want to see this.
Which one?
No, I don't have it. I know it exists somewhere.
Yeah. Well,
Which one?
both like the military thing and I'm trying to look up the Pokemon thing, but I can't seem to find it. So, oh, fucking based. Yeah, I can't find shit, but oh well. I will continue. Oh, actually, or maybe you actually found it.
I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Maybe you did. Let me see this shit. Just a dude fucking deadlifting. I don't know why, but he kind of looked like what's his name, Brock Turner.
He does a little bit, yeah.
Stronger people are harder to kill. That's it.
U.S. Army. Go Army.
All right, they got my vote. I'm signing up. Let's go. They know their audience, dude. That's all they need. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, so not just trying not to keep this talking about the U.S. military, but like just a stark difference when it comes to recruiting different types of people. Like, it's just so easy to just, for a normal soldier, a dude who goes to the gym, who actually like works out and is athletic, they just need a cool ass fucking ad versus the other DEI stuff. They need like a whole fucking like Pixar story. That's like a tearjerker and be like, join the army, we're inclusive or something like that. And it takes up like so much more than just simple, stronger people are harder to kill.
Harder to kill. And
so good.
You've got to be kidding me, Axel. This is real.
That's real. By the official Homeland Security.
No shit.
Is this actually it? Okay,
yeah,
let me
that's
look
the
at this
actual
shit.
video they did.
Live ice reaction here. Oh, it's a minute long. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally a minute long. It's the
I gotta describe what I'm seeing. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna actually analyze this shit.
It's a bunch of
already
ice,
the Department of Homeland Security. That looks like a fucking iMovie fucking intro.
Well, it was for TikTok. That's why.
I know, it looks like an iMovie intro.
It's a bunch of ice arrests, and then they have the Pokemon theme playing in the background.
So awesome.
I also love the catchphrase for the Homeland Security. Like,
gotta catch them all. Yep.
Gotta catch them all. Instead of Pokemons, it's illegal immigrants.
And the fucking Pokemon cards. Holy shit.
Honestly, this is what I need to get recruited. This is the propaganda I need.
Oh, I love it so much.
See, why isn't the government this cool when it's under a Democrat? Like, come on, man. we need more of these jokes.
Legendary. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's insane. So this is on X, and it is at 73.4 million views.
Yep.
What are some of the comments? I'm
That's
curious.
Insane. I hate, the one thing I hate about X is that if you like watch something without an account, it does not let you do anything on it. Like, I'm gonna have to go on my Twitter and look up the Homeland Security.
I like how you called it X and then immediately said Twitter.
Yeah, because I hate saying X.
Just say fucking Twitter. It's Twitter. It's still Twitter.
Yeah, it is Twitter, but technically the official name is X. When was this posted? September 22nd, so
yeah,
a couple days ago. Okay, what if I type in Homeland Security? Gotta catch them all.
Yep, popped up.
I just want to read the fucking
Comments.
Yeah, I just want to read the comments, dude. Homeland Security. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, let's see the first one. Oh, okay, never mind. We need to channel all of the world's energy into Nintendo America and Pokemon to sue the fucking shit out of Homeland Security for unauthorized visual representation. Oh my god. See, these are the people who are like, leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone.
Yeah, I feel like
Get out of
X's
here,
and
you
Twitter
fucking
is really
incel.
fucking
Dude.
stupid.
Someone immediately responded to the dude like, we need to contact Nintendo America. They posted a picture of like Trump in like in a I don't know what kind of position, just talk about it, but it's just, have you tried crying about it? Oh, that's funny.
Or the Hitler one. Did you see that one? Hitler didn't start with champs. He started with make Germany great again, banning books, targeting the press, blaming immigrants, creating enemies. Did you see that one?
No, I don't see that.
First comment, this shit is why Charlie was killed.
That's, oh my god.
Ooh.
That's a comment. I see someone posted a picture. Now that's what I call a distraction from the Epstein files.
I was just like,
yeah, dude. I fucking love the whole thing of like, interesting. Now where's the Epstein files? Oh,
I just love the Patrick Bateman photos. Just
oh. Jeez, dude, this is.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a great ad. So I guess I got to be a part of ICE now.
That's so awesome.
Nintendo watching, knowing damn well they don't have the resources to sue Homeland Security.
And
it's just a picture of Plankton doing the. Dude, I'm sorry, Nintendo does not have the trillions of dollars that the U.S.
They will win the battle,
actually,
Ivan. They will, because
they don't.
Because they'll be sued under.
I don't even think they're worth $1 trillion.
Ivan, they would be sued under Japanese court. That's the thing, because they broke the law over there. So that means they'd be sued over there, not in an American court.
How can American Homeland Security break a Japanese court?
Because they're breaking their copyright law. It's a stupid shit that Nintendo would do.
I don't know. It's one country versus a foreign company.
You're acting like Nintendo isn't the entire country of Japan, Ivan.
No, Toyota is.
Did you watch the whole thing, right, Ivan? The whole video. Did you see at the very end, they did a bunch of cards at the end, and it was a bunch of people at the end of it, the like actual people that they straight up name dropped all these people.
Child endangerment. Oh yeah, homicide, manslaughter. Oh yeah. Human smuggling.
They all have 1 HP.
That's funny. By the way, all the people who, I mean, I guess it's one thing, saying, Nintendo should sue Homeland Security, but it's another thing that it kind of looks like these people are defending all these child endangerment, fucking manslaughter, homicide people, burglary and fraud. Makes you wonder about their morals.
Honestly. What do they say? Age fluid now?
Age fluid? Is that the thing now?
That's the verbiage that they are trying to push as politically correct. But I'll stick with my preferred word.
So looking at this, so Nintendo is net worth, they're not even worth $100 billion. And that's like what, 3 months of the Department of Defense's budget? I mean, not saying that if they get sued, if they throw all their capital at it, it's not going to hurt the Department of Defense, but
how do you
actually thought Nintendo was worth more.
Yeah, so did I.
What?
This one meme says, how do you explain the immigration law to a 5th grader? And it's just gently places a figurine of Squirtle down on the counter. That's funny. Anyway. Oh, that's funny.
Yep. That's my contribution to this quote unquote week.
That's funny.
That's pretty legendary.
We are living in the wildest simulation.
Yeah, someone forgot to push update.
What is this timeline called?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Pokémon.
Okay, so speaking of government, this is kind of something that I've been wanting to tangent on and kind of rant on for a second, but I'll keep it brief. Medicaid, specifically Alaska Medicaid and just Medicaid in general, they can fuck right off. They're causing so much damage and so much harm to so many people. It's not even funny anymore. Like, it's becoming a problem. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Alaska Medicaid is actually revoking the coverage of telemedicine visits now in Alaska.
Interesting.
So the people who live in Kodiak and the people who live in Bethel and like that will live remote, like completely remote out in the bush, for them to be seen by any provider, they have to fly into Anchorage, Fairbanks, or Palmer just to see a healthcare professional now.
That's crazy.
Oof. Yeah, you would think Alaska, they would benefit the most with telemedicine.
Yeah, you would think that. But here's where it gets even more stupid, right? So now that they're starting to ban and they're starting to no longer cover telemedicine visits, so Medicaid does this kind of a cooler program for anybody who needs to be in office for like procedures or anything like that before, to where Medicaid would actually pay for your travel. Like, it was easier for me, and then also Medicaid sucks at approving any type of medication whatsoever. For example, a patient tries to get a medication for narcolepsy, usually like Xywav or Wakix or some type of medication, right? They get some form of medication to help them stay awake. It's a stimulant medication. And then they also get a sedative to help them sleep through the night so that they can regulate their sleep cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It is easier to have Medicaid pay for a patient to come in from, say, Juneau, to fly in from Juneau to Anchorage. They will cover the flight, the taxi to go from the airport to a hotel. They'll pay for the hotel, and they'll pay for a taxi to go from the hotel to the provider's office and back. And then they will pay for a meal and then your airfare out. They will pay for all of that and approve that
Sounds
easier
expensive.
than they will a medication.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Woo,
Now,
bureaucracy.
Granted, some of these medications can be extremely expensive, but not at wholesale value. At insurance value, they're extremely expensive. Like Xywav, I think, is like $16,000 a 30-day period, like $16,000 for 30-day supply. And it's something that they have to take every night, every single day. So I can see where the numbers will add up eventually, but it's easier for you to get an approval for that type of travel than it is for, say, Nurtec, which is an abortive medication therapy for migraines, where they only get 8 tablets a month and they still won't approve it.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm. So.
I can't.
Yeah. So, yeah, Medicaid can eat a bag of dicks. They suck. Or at least they need to be reevaluated. They need to reevaluate things because the whole not covering anything is really stupid. And it drags people's care. It ruins people's care. It makes things more difficult to get things. It stretches things out. It's not a good thing. It's really kind of a rough, bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the government for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, government.
Shock, honestly.
Well, for the last on a lighter note, the last topic that I have, I'm pretty sure I talked about this not too long ago, but Windows 10 is ending support next month.
Really?
Or technically, by the time you're watching this, it's this month since this is coming out the 10th. And I believe it's the 25th. Like Windows 10 is ending support. I think it's October 26th or 25th. Oh no, never mind. I'm fucking wrong. Don't me when I spread misinformation. My bad. By the time this episode airs, you have 4 days left until your Windows 10 is gone. It's so October 14th. So
crazy.
Yeah. So now's the time to either switch to Windows 11 or my favorite, Linux.
Right.
So
I'll vouch for Linux.
Yep. There you go. 3 up. So you are bound by law that you need to switch to Linux. I will know, and I know where you live. So
just don't use a VPN in Michigan.
Yeah, if you're in Michigan, yeah, you're
going to get sued
and thrown in jail.
Worse, alligator Alcatraz.
That's still crazy.
That's wild. That's a crazy pull.
Soon we will be off the grid. For everything.
Oh, so I wonder, one of our friends, he said, I believe he said he was waiting until for the end of Windows 10, then maybe he'll switch to Linux, similar to like you, Axel, but Windows did a thing for you to switch earlier. I wonder if they're gonna do it. It's kind of crazy that like less than a month, like that's legitimately like, what is this? 14. That's like 2.5 weeks away that Windows 10 is ending support.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Wild. Fuck Windows. Fuck Microsoft. Go get Linux. If you need a distro to go for, go with Pop! OS or Fedora Linux.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's what I got for that.
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, if that's going to be the end of the last topic for the day, I don't have anything else to go on. Do you guys?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Well, with that, thank you all for tuning in for this week. You can check out all of our information in the description down below. Feel free to leave a like and a comment. And while you are commenting or leaving a like, feel free to go ahead and push the subscribe button. Is there any other dumb shit you guys want to add into this episode of the podcast?
Hamburger.
Don't be illegal, forehead.
Just don't be illegal.
Catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
Exactly.
All right. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yep.
See ya.